she's playing Julia Child, so that made perfect sense, to send her the French net bags.
Exactly.
And we're really responsive to that sort of thing. We think it's great. And we're also responsive to working with organizations that we think are pretty terrific, and so that it's not just about selling stuff. It's really about moving the concept of bringing your own bag, really adopting greener life choices. How do you move that out into the general public and adopt it yourself in a way that's meaningful and also fun?
I love your site. I mean, I was even reading the toxic soup story that you had on your site about the mess of the plastic bags that were twice the size of the United States in the Pacific Ocean. How do stories like that affect you, and do you take any, you obviously work with a lot of other companies who work for green efforts. Do you take any additional measures to help out besides the bags, and partnering with all these different companies?
Yeah, we do actually. With a number of different organizations, we have different donation structures so that, when their people come to our site or we partner with them on an event or something, a percentage goes back to the organization. Of course, that varies with who they are and whatever we work out. With regards to the toxic soup story and also the Modbury plastic story, that Modbury was the first town in the UK to go plastic bag free, and we were the bag of choice. We post stories, whether we're a part of it or not, just general awareness stories. We're really interested in making sure people are educated. And because this is not the end, this is only the beginning, and the more information that people have and the more transparent we are with all the information, whether it supports the direction we're going in or not, although everything seems to be pointing in the right direction at this point, we want the educational effort to be out there and accessible and to become a source for facts and news stories, in the industry. What towns are going green? What towns are banning plastic bags? What is the pollution problem related really to waste? It's not just a plastic bag problem. It's a waste problem and throwing away too much. And it's not necessary.
Would you ever consider lecturing at high schools or colleges?
Yeah, I would actually. I was recently invited to, and I did lecture at the Green Conference in Chicago, and that went off really well. And I was also invited by my alma mater, Clark University in Worcester, Mass, to not to go there personally, but to be interviewed for one of the alumni magazines. So yeah, as we grow, definitely there's more and more outreach going out there. But we also want to empower people to take it into their own communities, and that's the part of the education, all the postings for educational measures that we're doing.
And I know you advertise even using your bags as wrapping paper, which I thought was just a great idea. Are there any other ways that customers use your bags besides just grocery shopping? Or I saw you had lunch bags too on your website.
Yeah, no, a lot of our bags have cross purposes. I mean, the lunch bags, for instance, it's interesting that you said that. The Kimpton hotels, I just stayed in one in Chicago, use our lunch bags as hair dryer holders in the rooms.
Oh, wow.
Because it's just a really convenient little square sack with a Velcro top, I went into the bathroom, I was like, oh, there's our lunch bag. So we also have produce bags. Yeah. We also have produce bags, which are great for, basically carrying your produce, from the vegetable or produce aisle to the checkout counter, whether you want to, keep it in the bag when you weigh it or not is to your discretion. Also good for really toting anything from point A to point B. I mean, what we're trying to do is just get away from single-use items.
Wow.
So if our produce bag works as your hosiery bag or your sock bag or your carry bag for when you travel, whatever, the idea is that it's a usable bag that can be washed and reused many, many, many times. I mean, I met with a woman recently at a trade show who came up to us, and I swear we didn't, invite this out of her. She said, I've been using your bags for 15 years. We said, the same one? She goes, yeah, they never wear out. So that was pretty cool.
And are all your bags washing machine safe?
Yeah, everything that we sell is okay to put in the wash. There may be some shrinkage, and that's all on the care tag. And we advise against putting things in the dryer just because we do not treat the cotton bags, whether they're recycled, conventional, or organic cotton, with any of the sizing materials. we already sell into Whole Foods. We do a number of programs with them.
Wow.
Yeah. The -1 bags that I believe are being featured on the East Coast right now, the Northeast region and the Southern Pacific region, we did those. Also the bags with the elephants on them. Those are all made from recycled cotton. And we work with a number of other large groceries. I actually don't have the list with me, but we do a lot of logoed, custom printed bags for a number of different chains. And then we also do private label bags for customers such as, Estee Lauder and a number of other companies.
Wow.
So, yeah.
And I know you have a line of organic T-shirts. Would you ever consider doing more of a clothing line, or
we added the T-shirts actually more as an item so that if someone's coming to us for a custom printed bag program, they don't have to go somewhere else for the T-shirts to be part of that same program. That's really more from the wholesale perspective. In terms of doing more fashion, no, I don't think so right now. I think we really want to focus on the bags and making those fashionable, and stay away from having to do sizes, small, medium, large, extra large, in the world of fashion. And I think there's a lot of great fashion people out there, but I don't know if that's the direction. We probably will, however, be going in a direction of home tools, things you use every day, like a bag, that can be greened up in terms of their production, the materials used, and their impact on the planet. But I can't give you any more information on that except that we're in development on that right now. But I think it's really important that the things you touch every day, that you use every day, have meaning and are connected to maybe a larger concept or thought process. I think what we did with all the the plastic bags and whatnot that we see strewn about the streets is people forgot that, that's a problem. Somebody's got to pick those up. There's a cost to picking them up. And then there's a cost to producing them. What's that cost? Where do those come from? There's a whole chain of events from the very moment that someone starts production on something to the moment it winds up in our hands and then through the waste stream. And we have to think the whole process through as individuals as well as companies providing products.
And my last question is, what's your ultimate goal for eco bags if you had a hope for even just one or two things?
My ultimate goal for eco bags? Well, I think my ultimate goal would be that everyone, if not mostly everyone, remembers to bring their bags when they go to the store. And then when they're shopping, makes purchases with less waste. Just with every step of the game, you impact the earth a little bit less. Everybody doing their part in very small measures makes one very big impact. And I hope that too, that when people bring their own bags to the store, they think about not just shopping, but they think of how their homes are getting their energy, what they're driving, how they're getting from point A to point B. I want it to be an influencer on all levels.
Thank you so much for speaking with me.
Oh, thank you.